Developing this morning, we should learn more about a deadly plane crash involving a former Olympian who calls Albuquerque home. News 13 has learned that the twin-engine plane was registered to Pat Porter. The 53-year-old was a two-time Olympian. He ran the 10,000 meters in 1984 and 88 and was considered to be one of the greatest U.S. distance runners of all time. Now, yesterday morning, a small plane believed to be owned and flown by Porter plunged hundreds of feet into a ravine near the runway in Sedona, Arizona. Then it burned. An employee at the Double Eagle Airport in Albuquerque tells News 13 that Porter left Sunday with his 15-year-old son Connor and his son's friend, both Albuquerque Academy students. Officials in Arizona right now are only saying an adult and two children were on the plane. We'll, of course, keep you posted on these developments.
Albuquerque's police department is now trying to get a lawsuit against 4 of its officers thrown out that includes 2 officers who are no strangers to being in the news. Jim Burleson filed this suit saying that 2 years ago the officers beat him up at his store, Tall Take Comics. Burleson says 4 officers walked into his store in plain clothes, never saying they were police, started asking about $100 worth of toys the store posted on eBay that Burleson says he didn't know were stolen. That's when Burleson says the men got aggressive.
Other guys came and attacked me. They pushed me against the file cabinet. They smashed my nose against my printer. I was bleeding.
Burleson also says the men dislocated his shoulder and handcuffed him. Then they finally said they were police officers. He says the first to attack was Brandon Carr. Now, he was fired after shooting and killing an unarmed man wanted for burglary. Brett Lamshire Tremba was also at the store. He shot and killed Iraq War vet Kenneth Ellis outside of a 7-Eleven in the Heights in 2010. Police say what happened inside the comic book store 2 years ago is not what Burleson describes. Well, the push is now on to get voters to agree to rebuild the Paseo Del Norte and I-25 interchange. Albuquerque's Mayor R.J. Berry and Governor Susana Martinez talked about this yesterday, saying the $50 million bond issue on the November ballot is worth it. That would go on top of the $30 million the state is pitching in and the $5 million bond issue that's on the ballot for voters in Bernalillo County.
There is a very real potential that Paseo Del Norte and I-25 may not see improvements for many years to come.
If voters do approve the bond, construction would start as soon as next summer. It could be finished in late 2014 or early 2015.
Local governments could soon feel the fallout from the state's finance authority's fake audit. The agency, which gives loans to communities, may have to scale back on a loan program that finances projects like sewers and roads, at least for now. Because of the scandal, the authority is limited to making loans with $37 million of its cash revenues. Here we go again. The scandal in the problem-plagued town of Sunland Park, New Mexico continues to grow this morning. A city librarian is one of 2 people who have just been charged with voter fraud. 56-year-old Luz Vargas is accused of registering Mary Ann O'Brien from El Paso, Texas, so that she can vote in the March mayoral election right there in New Mexico. Authorities say it was so that she could vote for this guy right here, Daniel Salinas. The former mayoral candidate is facing a list of felony charges himself, including extortion for trying to get his competitor to drop out of the race. Both Vargas and O'Brien face false voting charges.
A chiropractor from Silver City is recovering in the hospital this morning after getting shot in the stomach yesterday. The Silver City Sun News is reporting that police told them Jace Hinton walked into Dr. Scott Robertson's office here, filled out forms saying he needed a chiropractic adjustment. Then officers say Hinton pulled a gun and demanded money. They say there was some sort of scuffle and Hinton shot Dr. Robertson in the stomach. The doctor was rushed to the hospital and police arrested Hinton nearby. U.S. Marshals are hoping you can help them find 2 gang members that are now on the state's most wanted list. Take a look at these guys. Eric Garcia and Michael Padilla are both from San Juan County and have warrants for trafficking meth. Investigators say Garcia is considered armed and dangerous. If you have any information on the men, call police.